Hello, Leo. How are you, beautiful Leo? Okay, so this message, you're going to know that this message is for you. I am manifesting that this message is going to reach the people that it is meant to reach to. What is going to happen within the next 72 hours? Okay, you see this before it happens. The next 72 hours. And we're gonna see what is coming out here. Okay, I'm like seeing the Wizard of Oz. There could be a family tradition that you do at this time of year. Okay, I feel like there is some kind of a knowingness that's gonna happen. You're gonna hit some kind of a knowingness, and this is clicking into place. You're gonna see things start to roll in to you, opportunities, different fun things that are kind of small at first, but yeah, this would be cool. Okay, yeah, I just thought about that and now I am getting to do that. That's kind of cool. Very quickly, this is going to be money rolling in. Very quickly, this is going to be big changes in your life that are happening, that are out of this world. Okay, but it's like been there the whole time. Your ability to allow this in is the energy that I'm getting here. I feel like this energy of like a longing and suffering. There could have been a lot of suffering, a lot of grief that you have experienced here. I feel this energy of like losing everyone around you and you're the only one left. You're the only one left in this emergency energy. You could be the one that people call in an emergency, or there could have been a lot of things that it got really bad really fast. Everyone's like, oh, you always think of the worst, but maybe that's because the worst has always happened and you have been the one that has to just jump and deal with it. Like in the moment, put out the fire. This is the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And I'm seeing 222 on the clock. So there is some kind of stability that you're coming into, some kind of a partnership where it's not just going to be you dealing with all of these fires. The fires are going to stop. You know, is this energy that I am getting? I'm getting this energy that you are very abundant and you're not earning. You're going to start to see that you were never actually earning money, even when you had a 9 to 5 job and even when you worked a certain amount of hours, you got paid a certain amount. No, that was never happening. That's an illusion. You were never actually earning money. It was always this abundance and the level that you allowed it in and what the key is within your vibration to allow it in. This is a discovery within you that you have already figured out. You've already figured out. There's all these sirens. There's a siren going off right now. There was one just a second ago. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's something here about... Do you see this? This is confirmation. There's been emergencies that you have had to handle. We're going to see about this. I'm getting a very much so a wise energy. I just saw like an old man in a robe with a long, long beard and like a wizard. He's holding a walking stick. Okay. That could be some kind of artwork or it's like etched in wood somewhere or something. Garden gnomes could be like gnomes. There's something here where something within the woods is watching out for you. Grandmother Willow, I just saw Grandmother Willow be turned into a little old lady and she's like watching out for you. So you could have this energy of like the way that a grandparent would watch out for you and not necessarily judge you, right? On your life choices. They're always just kind of like happy to see you, slipping you some money. There's this kind of energy that you have a spirit guide like this and they're going to make contact with you. Has something to do with, are we out of the woods yet? And it's like, yeah, you are coming out of the woods. You're coming out of the woods here. That's what this is. I saw like somebody before. I saw somebody working on a puzzle. So you could be working on a puzzle, or somebody was working on a puzzle. For some of you, there are aliens that are shape shifting. And one second. When I tell you, my neighbors here where I'm staying, I'm pretty sure that they are freaking aliens. I'm telling you. And they just walked by as I was talking about that. And they have dogs. Like, how did I not see them or hear them leave? They were right here. They weren't there. And then this is something that can happen to you. This is why this is happening. This is something that could happen to you. There is a person that they like move, and like, how do they move? Things could go missing in your house, and things that it's like, what? How did that go missing? Like, there's no other place that I would put this. It's not something like a remote control or your keys. This is something that is like a potato peeler, right? Okay. How does the potato peeler go missing? You know, you put it in that one drawer and that's it. You know, there's something here. Oh my gosh. Aliens are shape shifting around you. Different space beings, different star seed beings are shape shifting around you to protect you, to help you. This is nuts. I can't believe they were just, it was like they're right here. And you see, I'm like leaning this way. Okay, I need to let it go. Something like that could happen. And this is me telling you that's not nothing. There's something here about getting over, you had gotten over some kind of depression. There could have been a time where there was a depression. This could have been this time last year. You could have a family tradition, and I'm seeing the Wizard of Oz again, a family tradition. And this time it's going to go different. Because you're making it your own, you're changing it, I don't know. But there's opportunities are waiting for you, and you have the stork. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. This is really beautiful. Okay. And you have secret admirer, keeping your life in balance with the scales. Wow. Look at the rose. Romance is in the air. Yowza. Okay. Romance is in the air. I feel like you don't see this coming. You are focused on money. You are focused on your own stability. There's like a voice inside of you, yes, that has been fighting to get out for so very long, with the Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is like, you know, she's like practical magic, okay, witches. It's this energy of like, everyone kind of like hated her during her childhood. She was severely ostracized, right? And then there is this feeling of kind of like growing up in isolation and coming into their gifts. But people then being so like stop and watching when, you know, you walk down the street, but at the same time turning away from you, talking about you, betraying you. But the second they call on that phone tree, all that neighborhood, all those witches, all those chicks show up with brooms within 5 minutes, right? And they're kind of like in awe of, but afraid of, and talking about. And it's like this huge, weird concoction, but at the same time, they idolize, and they have this magnetism about them where they get everything that they want. You know what I'm saying? The Queen of Wands. But she's kind of scary with it, but she doesn't care what anybody else thinks. So there's something within you that's coming out, that has come out. It's here now. But now it is going to be seen, and your people are going to find you now. Because there's so many people on this planet, right? There's people everywhere. But it's like you have cleared out all of the, you know, non-believers, all of the Muggle haters, I just heard. I don't know. And now this has left room for the people who are going to sync up to find you. And it gets crazy big. This is like Abraham Hicks. You know, when Esther Hicks was first talking about Abraham, there's probably a ton of people that were like, you're insane, you know, and she got rid of all of those people, and look at her now. You know, there's like millions of people that follow her. So you can have millions, but you have to get like the, 32 people out of the way that, they can't stop seeing you as the little kid that cut their Barbie doll's hair off, because it's like, hey, you were just a kid, It's like something like that is going on here. I was seeing Cleopatra changing the way you represent. There's something here that it's changing. Okay, because the wizard and then Cleopatra, it's like kind of coming together. The gnome and Cleopatra are kind of like coming together. So there is this wisdom that you have, but there is also this beauty, this magnetism, this alluring quality that you have, whether you're male or female. There is also this way that you are a sensation. You are sensational, but also almost too extraordinary. So it's like pushed, wizards are like, they know too much. We don't really, if you really have to go to them, you're like at that point where it's like you have no other choice, you will go to them, right? That's how that works. Otherwise, you leave them alone. So whereas Cleopatra is so adored, right? And she's just carried through the city in that little thing where it's like kind of the sheer curtains, and she's just like waves a little bit, eating grapes. I don't know if that really happened, but you know what I'm saying? So there is a way that these two different sides, your masculine side is like an old wizard, a recluse in the woods that people go to if they have to, and there is some mysticism that is like, whoa. And then Cleopatra, right? And this is like being which one needed to come alive during this time of depression. During this time, which one have you been building up to be? Look at this. Big. This is really big. Do you see how this changes? This changes from like, okay, on the Knight of Pentacles, there's all the fields. It's ready to be plowed. They have the land. The land has been prepared to be planted in, and they have the seed, and he has the horse to plant the seed. So he has everything that he needs, just the work needs to be done. And that is where you have been. Now there is this sun where you're realizing that you are the sun, and you're allowing your light to shine, and you're being put in different situations and given the opportunity to shine your light or to shy away, right? In Practical Magic, there was a point where they were like hiding that they're a witch, and then it was like, I'm a witch. Do you want to help me? Like, I'm just going to let it out. I'm a witch. And then everybody was like, okay, we love you. Now you're a part of the community, and, we're going to pay you to make us potions. Cool. But before, it was like someone would sneak and knock on their door and be like, could you do this? And the ants would do it, right? But it was all very hush hush, Now it's like not. So this is the thing. It's getting bigger to now being a star. So this is the work that needed to be done with the sun. This was like earning a certain amount of work, a certain amount of hours, you're only the amount of seeds that are going to grow or the amount that you plant, right? This is what you thought. But this was actually building to seeing that you are this. And the sun was making these seeds grow all along. You thought you were earning, but no, it wasn't. It was just you were only allowing in a little bit of light. But actually the sun is really a star. So it's even bigger than that. And so now you're just kind of seeing this sun, and you're being put in situations where you get to be this sun. You get to be this sun, and guess what? Other people, they're going to need sunglasses. If they're going to be around you for a while, they're going to need sunscreen. You know, get over it. The sun is not like, let me tone it down. No. You know, and then it's getting to star level, where this is out of this world. You know, that's what's happening here. So there's something you're seeing within the next 72 hours that is completely solidifying from this work, from this earning, to this, no, actually, I am the abundance and I'm going to let it shine. And from this, it just snowball effect. It just catapults into one day, it just rolls into you being this star. Into you being this star. It's kind of like this energy of, to be brave, you really only need to be brave for like 17 seconds. Like bravery requires like 17 seconds of just like, okay, I'm going to try. And you just put yourself out there, and then it just kind of takes over and it becomes something, you know? And this is that energy from Sing with the little elephant, Mina, and the koala. This is why I'm seeing the koala bear. I've been seeing a koala bear for days. Some of you might be from Australia. Anyways, the koala bear, this is your spirit guide. This is your spirit guide. These are the wizards. These are the gnomes. This is what the alien's trying to tell you. There is a message that Cleopatra, that's a whole other story, but there's a message that Cleopatra brings here. And the koala bear in Sing kind of is like a spirit guide for Mina. Just in his interactions with her, we'll say. And, you know, there was a point where he kind of puts her down and tells her that she can't really do it in a way. And here's the thing. Where you're at, when you're in that depression, the messages you're going to get, they could be sending you a message of a hug. But when you get it, if you're in this state of fear, you're going to take it as an attack. They could be sending you a message of you can do it, but if you're in a state of depression and nothing works out and I can't do anything, you're going to take it as, oh no, I can't do it. And in Sing, eventually he does say to Mina, he said, all you have to do is just go out there and just start singing. Just that first few seconds of you just start singing, and then it just takes over, you know? And that's exactly what happened. She was the star of the show. Look at this. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. There is something here. I love how you have one, and I've never gotten this message here from the Seven of Cups with the Ace of Cups combination, which I love it. So this is new. So there is one dream that it can lead to so much abundance, that it keeps giving to you, and it keeps building and it keeps building, and it keeps itself alive. It keeps itself alive. So in a way, you know, even someone, this represents someone who is a beggar. And this person who is a beggar is offering a gift to her. So even someone that would be asking for something ends up giving to you when you're in that vibration. And then they benefit from being around your vibration to switching. It switches them from asking to giving. And so then what happens? They end up receiving more to give, right? So it's a system that is self-sufficient. It is passive income. It is your true soul tribe. But this Ace of Cups, this one dream, then leads to you having, look at, there's 7 cups here now. So now there's all these possibilities, all these dreams that you now get to think about, that you now get to sit around. And I'm trying to count these cups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 up here, and then she has another one that she's drinking from. So there is something here that sustains you, but it's going to lead to more. And I think what is happening here is you're seeing that this has been you laying the groundwork, and things have been set up, and there's all these different little areas and different little projects that you have, and now it is like set up for things to take off and easily branch off into this area, branch off into this area as you want to, not that you need to, right? It's like Jimmy Fallon didn't write a children's book because he needed the money. He just loved reading to his kids and wanted to do it. And that's it. Maybe in the 7th grade, he made a little book, you know? And, maybe that's a dream that he forgot about. There's something here about, there's a lot of different versions of yourself, soul fragments of you that are going to get some justice. When you are in a point of working, when you were in a point of earning, of doing things out of obligation, of doing things to please others, of certain kinds of traditions that you had to do, a role you had to fill. And I'm seeing like Wizard of Oz. And the Wizard of Oz, everybody has a role, right? And they just like are on this cycle of repeat in this role. But when they go into the land of Oz, it's like, no, I can be more than just this role. And that's what you're seeing here. This is the component. And now things are taking off. And now there's new beautiful relationships here. Romance is in the air. A new business opportunity. Something is being born. Opportunities. Things are coming into balance. Secret admirer. So it's kind of like this very intricate shifting that you're doing. The next 72 hours are very important, and money is going to come rolling in. Opportunities are going to come rolling in. You're going to see what it is that you need to see. Leo, this is what I have for you. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much. If you want to change and you don't know what to do and you feel like called to do something, hypnosis could be for you. If you feel called, if you feel curiosity in your heart, it could be this pull, this whisper of a past life. Look in my description box on my website, only if you feel called to by your heart to do it, or if you want a personal reading from me, also that's in the description. So, okay, thank you, bye.